I have said this many times before, and I will continue to say this. Don't waste no more time. I spoke about this in my last vlog about the things that I have learned of being over 50 years young, seasoned, which I choose to call me, and I love calling myself seasoned. Um, it just goes from numerous conversations I've had recently, and it's based off of that. It's based off of the lessons I have learned within these last 5 decades, over 5 decades. And again, I encourage you, because I can't tell you what to do. It's your life, right? I encourage you to live more. Let's say it that way. Instead of saying not to waste time, I encourage you to do better with your time, because I am a believer of that. I am a believer of time management. I know that we do function better, right, from having structure in our lives, the different activities, the different routines that we have from day to day. And it has been proven, of course, in science-based research that this does help people, right? However, you all, your life is a science, right? Your life is what we do in our lives. We are still figuring it out, right? Because I'm continuing to figure it out, and I'm going to continue to figure out what works best for me, because you know that's my mantra, to do what's well for your soul. So what is best for Nikki right now may be different in another chapter season of my life. And as we are trying these different things like we would do in projects, remember the chemistry classes, the biology classes, and all the different science classes we had, whether we were in elementary school, high school, college, the universities, we were figuring things out, right? Your life is a science. So what you have done in your 20s, 30s, or before what you did yesterday is is you researching yourself, right? Researching, again, what's best for your soul. I say, right, that I am a well-being educator, author. Most of all, I am an inspiration giver, which I love to say. But even with that, you all, these titles, these positions, these jobs, these careers that we have in life, that might be what we are now, and we may be something that's different later. But even with this channel, me giving well-being education, giving inspiration, I choose to give you and speak from my own truth, because it is me being able to just be open of who I am. It's good for me, and for me to share who I am with you. I love to speak from my own knowing, which is my own science, right, of my own life. And it's the different things that I have figured out thus far, because I'm continuing to figure it out, just like you continue to figure it out. I love to speak from what I know that works for me, and I give examples of what was shared to me from other people, what has worked well with their life. Let me go back to the science base. So again, when I was in college, universities, and even before then, when like I said earlier about being in chemistry classes and so forth, from elementary school and on up, right? A lot of data, right, was collected. A lot of research was needed. A lot of what we gather from the different sources was needed, right, to cite, to back up our projects, right? But again, I say, your life is a whole project. You are the project manager. You are the CEO. You are the leader, because I love to say leader over. Well, you are the boss of your life. Because I choose not to say the boss of other people, because Who wants to be the boss of other people? We can lead people, but we want them to be the boss of themselves, right? When we are managing ourselves, right, we are learning again what works well with us. Let me give you an example. I have spoke of different things that has been working with me, working very well with me in this season of my life, which is premenopause. I am a premenopausal woman, and I say that proudly, you all. I do, because it is teaching me a lot about myself. It's teaching me. It is teaching me. It is teaching me to be okay with slowing down, which I love. I know there is a term that is often spoke of recently, which is wonderful, of slow living, which is something that many have adopted even before it became a trend, right? But it is being talked of more now, which I love, to be an example, right, to others that sometimes we do need to slow down, right? Sometimes that rush, and the busy, though busy and being productive is two different things, is not working well with us. And some people may need to be more or have more movement in their life. So being in this premenopausal season, I have shared with you all of different things that have worked well with me. Definitely walking, and you know I love to dance. I just love to have a good time. I love to have a great time. And some of my favorite activities of having fun is laughing, because that's a workout within itself for the whole body, right? Just make your way, just make your soul feel good. And yes, and the magnesium citrate that I have shared recently. And I love that you all have been reaching out to me on my Facebook page and so forth and saying of how well it is working with you. And again, me giving my example of what works well with me. If you choose to work, to do these different things, whether it be the different supplements, the different things that I do, whether it be walking, dancing, and other, things that I share as far as inspiration, I encourage you to consult yourself to see if that's something that you should do. But I love that it is working for you all, and just makes me feel good. So even with the magnesium citrate, others that I know of, other premenopausal women, say that the different forms of magnesium works well with them. So with me even choosing to do the magnesium citrate, that is something that I did from trial and error, or you could say just trial period, because to me it's only an error if I have not learned anything from it, and I did. I learned that different forms of the magnesium may have worked, but not as well as the magnesium citrate. So I say all of that to say, even when I share my different stories of what Nikki has done, what Nikki is doing, what Nikki will do in the time to come, because she's still unfolding, right? Just like you are. We still are in our becoming, right? We are still on this journey, on this planet called Earth. We are learning what is good, what is well with our soul in this present time. And when we are doing what is well with our soul, it helps us to be better in our life. And this is why I say be well to enjoy life. Again, I might give well-being education or coaching, but it is to encourage you, inspire you to find out what works well with you in your life. This is something also, again, from my own knowing, from my own practice, what has worked well with me and what has been working well with me, more so that I practice it, I want to say for over the last 10 years, because before then, I would practice listening to myself, right? Connecting to that knowing that is in all of us, that is connected to everything, that allows us to download information or guidance in our lives. But I want to say honestly that much of the beginning of my life, I was going off of what others told me to do, which is a lot of us, right? But it's maybe not you. It's not you. Maybe it's not you. But it's not no error in that. It's all good, right? Because it worked out for the best of me. I can say from my own life science, my own science-based research from myself, that I can compare what I was doing before in the earlier years of Nikki to what I am doing now. And then when I go on, I can compare even more. I have learned, this is one thing I definitely have learned, that what others tell you to do, what others are telling you to do in your life, a lot of times we listen to it because we're not listening to ourselves. And I'm not saying not to take guidance from others, but again, you all, we all have to consult ourselves. And if you choose to do it, and I want you to take your own research and say, okay, I've been doing this for such amount of time. Give yourself a deadline. I'm going to try this for a month. I'm going to try this for a year. And if you are not seeing better in your life, better in your mind, better in your emotions, better in your body, which manifests right out into our outward life, right? Because it starts with the inner. If it is not working well with you, I encourage you, because it's not up to me to tell you what to do. It's for you to listen to your own guidance, right? I encourage you to try something else. You did your trial, you learned something from it, and now you're choosing to do something else, just like I did with the magnesium citrate. I say that from my own knowing. I say that from staying in certain positions in my life, whether it be jobs, whether it be neighborhoods, just different places, right, that I was staying in based off of what someone else said. And it's no harm, no foul, no fault. Do not hate these people from that, because I'm going to tell you something else, if you don't know this already. That most of the time we're just speaking from what we are practicing, right? And even more so, people may be speaking off what is told to them, and they have not learned to listen to themselves, right? And I know you heard me say, and I'm going to say, still keep on saying that I have learned so many lessons when I was working as a nurse, when my patients, it was more than passing medication treatments. It's the conversations, you all, that I was able to be a part of, the connections with my patients when they share their life story. To me, that is like collecting data, that is science-based research off of their life science, right? Because our own lives is a science, and them sharing with me what worked and what did not work, that would inspire me to try something different. It didn't even have to be the exact same thing that they was doing, but just going within me. I was taking it on as, okay, Jane Doe, John Doe told me this is what they did in their life and it didn't work out. So Nikki, what are you doing in your life that's not working out that you need to do different? And from my own knowing, I've seen many changes. I've seen many. Ooh, that's why I laugh and smile so much, you all. There was many times in my life where my me just being even able to talk about the things and think about the things that I've been through in my past and smile and laugh about it. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that it shows progression. Right? It shows that the different work that I have been doing on myself and will continue to do, because it never stops. Let me say something else, and I'm going to try to get back to that thought. There will never be a perfect time, you all. I know we hear of perfection, doing things in perfection. I believe in giving your all to something, and when I say give your all, give your best. I am a believer of, even when I was working as a nurse and different things that I've done, because I was a cosmetologist and different things as well. If I could not show up as my best self, not only my appearance, because I knew my appearance could affect my patients, and that's just something I used to love to do and still love to do. make sure them was scrubbed and everything was clean, and just making sure that I had this energy about me that was going to affect, because I knew it was going to affect my patients, but also just being able to do my best, right? um, which, even with that, what I know now, I could sit up here and say, well, yeah, I could have done better in different situations, but at who I was at that time, those different times, it was giving my best. So let me go back to perfection. Often we think that something is supposed to be 100%. I do believe, again, for striving, the way that I see it is shooting darts, the game darts. You might point that dart to hit that bullseye that gives you the maximum amount of points, right? But you might land under that. But that's okay, because you gave it your best. You were shooting, you were striving for your own excellence. And let me even say something about that. What is excellence of you might be different of others. So again, who I am now, this 50 years of age woman, seasoned woman, that I choose to call, and I love to call myself that, because we don't believe in calling ourselves old, right? To me, old is stop growing. But when, the way I see it, of seasoning is you're allowing yourself to age, because we can't age well. But somebody else form of excellence, of how they live their life, it should be different than yours, right? Because you're an individual. If we are striving to do things exactly of how, because we could never know fully what's going on in anybody else's life, right? We are not being able to be well. And this is what I say from that. We are all beings that are in human form, that are sharing our experiences with each other. And with knowing that we are all different individuals, we should have our own different experiences, because that's how we grow. To me, it's like this body. We have the heart, the lungs, we have the kidneys, we have skin, we have hair, we have all these different things that is part of the whole. But the heart does not try to be like the lungs. The lungs does not try to be like the kidneys. It is doing its best of what it has been designed to do. And when you are doing your best, when you are doing your best of what you are doing, again, consulting yourself, yes, you might even try these different things that other people are doing. But if it's not working well with you all, I encourage you to seek within yourself and just keep asking. It's okay to ask outwardly, hey, what do I need to do? Jane Doe, John Doe asking, what do I need to do so I can be better in my life? What can I do? What should I be? The different things that I should be doing in my life right now to just be better, right? And I'm here to tell you, from my own knowing, the answers will start coming to you. One of the reasons why I even give the different educational tips of well-being and so forth is to pull away those layers of what has been embedded in us, what has been taught to us, but it's not working well with us. And I want you all to listen to what works well with you. And that's how we live better. When we are, well-being is the combination of being better mentally, physically, emotionally, and the spirit. It loves that. It goes along for the ride. It's like, yes, the spirit is the essence, the true essence of who we are, and it guides us. That is our inner knowing. That's why I say my knowing, my own spirit. And I speak from my own experience throughout my decades on this planet. that the more I have sloughed away of what I was supposed to be doing but wasn't working, said, no, don't do that no more, and start going and connecting, I should say, more to who I am, my spirit, allow my spirit to come forth and guide me and tell me what to do in my life. It has been working better for me. That's it, and that's all. I wish you all well, and until the next time, peace and blessings to you, and do more things that bring you joy. All right, bye-bye.